We are here on Real Estate in the Lowcountry. Kate Thompson is here from Goosehead Insurance, and boy, do we have a lot to talk about. It's been a busy season.
It's been, yes, sadly it has been busy.
Yes.
And we're praying for all of our bordering states and the northern part of the state for everything that they're going through right now. It's crazy to think about.
And to think that we're not through it all yet. So, but let's talk about it, because we chatted last time you were here. We were talking about moratoriums and claims, and I think we need to revisit kind of all of that, because we're smack in the middle of people needing that information.
Yes, and I mean, through everything that's going on, with everything sort of happening as back to back as it has been happening, there are narrow windows of opportunity to purchase coverage right when you want it, which is making it kind of difficult on the home purchase side, and for folks just trying to stay prepared on their own homes right now. It's tough to purchase. But I mean, the main thing right now is just making sure that we're doing our due diligence as homeowners, or property owners, I should say, to make sure that we're getting the property as prepared as we humanly can. Like, if you got things outside, maybe bring them inside. Taking videos of the entire exterior and interior to make sure that you're documenting exactly what's in the home and outside of the home for your own claims purposes, so you can show before and after if something ever were to arise. And a lot of what we're talking about right now, because as Helene passed, we did experience some claimable experiences where sometimes they're teetering on whether they should be claim worthy or not, because are they going to meet the deductible? Are they right at the deductible?
Sure.
So we're kind of having those conversations too. So just be prepared and have a copy of your policy handy electronically. Piece of paper is kind of tough to track with all the moving around. So get it in your email or a safe space in a folder on your computer, and just be ready to hopefully not have to use it, but if you do, then we're here,
it's right there. And so we talked, I think the last time too, about when you were talking about videoing, maybe just, the inside of the house, maybe just once a season if you haven't done it already. But now that we've experienced some storms, you need to go back around the outside and make sure that nothing, even if you don't have a claim, even if you don't think anything happened, you don't think anything fell, go back around, because you never know.
Absolutely, and then that way you can prove, well, from previous storm nothing did occur, but would Milton be causing more storm damage here, or even storms further in the future? Every time on the exterior, it takes 5 minutes most of the time. Save yourself lots of headaches.
Lots of headaches. So let's talk about the moratoriums, because like you said, it's a little bit difficult to get coverage right now, and also let's talk about flood insurance a little bit, because I think a lot of people, before we started filming, we even said, like, why is somebody in North Carolina going to have flood insurance? But we have a lot of people in this area that say, oh, I'm not in a flood zone, I don't need it. But let's talk about that too. I
think the biggest lesson that we can learn from Helene and the devastation that caused is nobody's safe, right? Like at this point, there's really no telling what Mother Nature can and cannot do, and it's everyone in a flood zone, whether it's high risk or low risk, is the biggest question. And a lot of times, if it is low risk, cost is menial, where it could be as low as $400 to $500 to just have peace of mind you've got
for the entire year.
For the entire year. So it's just worth checking out from that perspective of, do I have it? Can I have it? What does that look like for me? And then on moratorium side, if a storm is coming, it's not so easy to just pick up the phone, call your agent and say, can I have flood insurance right now? And there's definitely pauses that happen from that stance where there's a waiting period involved at that point, right? So just do your best to be prepared prior to some of these things occurring, so you don't find yourself in that situation of needing it and not having it.
We're dotting our I's and crossing our T's before all of that happens. We got about a minute left. Let's talk though about somebody who is buying a home right now, and they're trying to figure out how to close, how to get insurance. How do you navigate that when all of these moratoriums and different pauses are going on?
I mean, at this point, the best we can do is what we can do, right? Like, if there are some carriers that aren't willing to return quotes until post-closing date, then we gotta exclude them for right now, right? So we're gonna get the most accurate and acceptable quote that we possibly can to make sure that this is gonna be of service to you as cost effectively as we can right now, but it would probably be worth a check in the future once we're outside of some stuff, craziness going on here, to see if there are potential markets that have returned to the space or are now offering quotes that weren't before, and what that might look like.
Right. So much to think about. So if somebody wants to talk to you and get inside your head with all the knowledge that you have, how do they get to you the best way?
Yes. Well, I know that our phone line will be listed below.
Perfectly below.
Yes, but reach out to our agency. We have several agents here that are more than willing to help you as an insurance advisor and walk through this process with you step by step. And we're here to be of service as best we can.
Thank you so much, Kate. Amazing information as always.